Hello friends, in this lecture we will see the execution of if-else statement. It is a best example for a two-way selection statement. Two-way selection statement meaning already I told you in last lecture, that is there will be two sets of statements. Either you will execute the first set of statements or else you execute second set of statements. So when we want to execute a set of statements or when we want to skip a set of statements, if statement is used. Okay, so it is one way decision statement or selection statement. But when we want to execute a set of statements, when the condition is true and when we want to execute another set of statements when the condition is false, then we should use if else statement, and it is a two-way selection statement. This is the main clear difference between if statement and if else statement, when we should use if statement and when we should use if else statement. I repeat once again, you just come to first point here. When we want to execute a set of statements, or if we want to not to execute that statement, that is we want to skip that set of statement, then we should use if statement. So it is called as one way selection statement, because there is only one set of statement is there, either you will execute it or else you will skip it. So it is one way selection statement. When we should use if else statement, suppose there are two sets of statements are there, any one among them you want to execute or you want to skip, at that time you have to use if else statement. If else statement is a two-way selection statement. Okay, based on the condition we will execute or we will skip the statements. If the condition is true, the first statement will be executed, the first set of statement will be executed. If the condition is false, then the second set of statement will be executed. So this is the syntax of if else statement. So if, after that condition in the parenthesis, and open that if statement and you write a number of statements 1 to n, then open the if statement and else means that condition is false though, so control comes to else part, and open that else part. Inside that else part also some set of statements are there. So here totally two sets of statements are there. One set is in if part and another set is in else part. So if the condition is true, you execute the statements of if part. If the condition is false, then you execute the statements of else part. Here if and else are keywords. Condition is a logical expression or relational expression which gives us either true or false. If the condition is true, then first set of statements will be executed, otherwise second set of statements will be executed. This is the flowchart for if else statement. In this arrow mark is coming down and it is coming to diamond. In diamond we are checking the condition of if statement. If the condition is true, the control will execute the, or compiler will execute the first set of statements. If the condition is false, then second set of statements will be executed. After the execution of a first set or second set, we will execute a next statement. So here best example to use if else statement is biggest of two numbers again. So hash include stdio.h, int a is equal to 10, b equal to 5. Open the main function. If a is greater than b, of course here a is greater than b, so condition is true, so we will display this printf statement, or we will execute this printf statement, that is a is greater than b, and control will not come to else part because already the condition is false. Control comes to else part and it executes that printf statement b is greater than a only when if a is greater than b condition is false. Then last come to closing of main function. So one more best example is even or odd. So find out whether that given number is even or odd. Hash include stdio.h, int number is equal to 5. Open the main function. In main function you check the condition whether when you divide that 5 by 2 you get the remainder 0 or which number. So if you get the remainder as 0, the condition will become true. Then it means that the result of this double equal, that is a logical relational equality. So the result of relational logical operator, that is equality, will be true. If this condition is true, then you execute a printf statement, that is number is even. If this condition is false, then control will execute the statement which is present in else part, that is number is odd. Then you close the main function. So one more example is again whether the number is positive or negative. Hash include std.h int number is equal to 5. Open the main function. In that you check the condition whether that number is greater than 0 or what. If this condition is true, then only you execute this printf statement, number is positive, or you don't execute or you don't come to else part because already number is greater than 5. Suppose the number is -5, then that condition will be false. Then it comes to else part of this program and it executes only the printf statement, that is number is negative. Okay, then close the main function. In next class we will see the execution of nested if else.